Tuckheads all up and down the blocks. One time scrimmage, block it in, line, boys, class, boys, it's in the hood. That's cool. Okay. That's lucky. I grew up in the hood when it rained.
Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to Tenney Stadium for tonight's match between Valeo FC and your Kingston Stockade FC. First, a huge welcome to everyone making the trip from Kingston and the rest of Ulster County while Tenney Stadium is being renovated. And a big thank you to Marist College and the city of Poughkeepsie for being our temporary home. Special thank you to Darren McCormick and the Marist Athletic Department for taking such good care of our players, staff, and volunteers all season long. Valeo FC have played 5 matches this season, leading to 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Stockade has played 5 matches, resulting in 1 draw and 4 losses. Tonight's roster and game day can be found online at stockadefc.com/program, or just scan the QR code at the merch table or on the back of your Stockade season ticket. As part of our commitment to raising awareness for climate and sustainability, Stockade has partnered with a company called Trashy to help fans recycle their old clothing and shoes and to earn credit towards Nike, Amazon, and more for doing so. Head over to the merch table and grab your free Trashy Take Back bag. Take it home with you, fill it up with used clothing, and either mail it back to Trashy for free or bring your bag to the match next Saturday. When Trashy gets your bags, you'll earn your $30 in Trashy cash. Head over to the merch table to learn more. Let's take a moment to thank our generous 2024 sponsors, including Collab Fund, a New York-based venture fund that invests and supports companies at the intersection of for-profit and for-good. Cabinet Designers on Route 28 in Kingston, the kitchen and bath design firm. Radio Woodstock, a Hudson Valley locally owned and operated radio station. And our sideline sponsors, Bread Alone, Radio Kingston, and Community Playthings. In just a short while, the teams will make their way onto the pitch, accompanied by players from Red Hook Soccer Club teams Surge and Cyclone, along with your cheers and the enthusiastic drumming of our official supporters organization, the Dutch Guard. Our ball kids today are from the town of Poughkeepsie Girls U16 Blue Thunder. Make sure to check out our food trucks, Big E Barbecue and From the Ground Up, and the bar featuring local brews from our friends at Keegan Ales in Kingston. We will be getting started in just a few minutes.
back in Poughkeepsie, New York, back in a home away from home for the Kingston Stockade this Saturday evening for a North Atlantic Conference matchup between Stockade and Valeo FC. Alongside Spike, I'm Dan Allback, and Spike, Stockade certainly has their work cut out for them, trying to break a 4-game losing streak tonight.
Yeah, Dan, they've dug a bit of a hole, of the likes of which we've never seen in this organization. 4-game losing streak. I mean, in this league where you're playing 10 matches for the season, it's kind of brutal. Now you're talking about miracles and scenarios that make the NFL wildcard look like, easy algebra. But yeah, it's a sunny night here in Poughkeepsie, Tenney Stadium. Dan is very familiar with it. He is a student here, sports information, I believe, right?
That's correct.
And he has a lot of that and a bright future, I'm sure.
Kind words. Kind words, second week here, happy to be here alongside you.
It was, this press box is of course, the Ritz-Carlton compared to the one in Kingston. But we missed Tenney Stadium, but it's coming along nicely. All reports are that easily by next year for the Stockade, they'll be back in that big brick WPA building, which the atmosphere is pretty amazing. I got to say, I don't know if you've been there, but the neighborhood gets involved. There's restaurants, there's bars. I used to distribute fanzines in the parking lot. I would meet a lot of the fans, and there was a lot of local seniors that just lived in the neighborhood, and they went to any event. That was their entertainment: track and field, high school football, Stockade soccer.
Certainly a little far from home, a little unfamiliar territory at Tenney Stadium. Currently sitting at 77 degrees this evening, but Kingston faithful still making the trek over to watch the Stockade.
Yeah, I left Midtown Kingston at 5:07 and arrived here at Marist at 5:48. So there's your time frame. But I am a taxi driver. I know how to move along. But it's been, last year was phenomenal here. We had goals galore. We just couldn't lose. But we're missing a few players from last year. In this type of league, you never know your personnel situations based on college, but there's a lot of Marist guys that that's been a tradition for the Stockade, and I'm sure you know that. And Marist, I was here when they won the MAC a couple of years ago. That was a fun Sunday afternoon.
Won the MAC my freshman year. Yeah. I remember cheering in the stands, stormed the field,
I was right out there. Everyone was so hungover. That was the latest arriving crowd I've ever seen. That match started, 11 a.m.? Oh. And it was against Ryder, I believe.
Fantastic game.
A shootout. And I turned around, and all of a sudden, all the students were behind me in their, pajamas, because what match starts at 11 a.m. on a Sunday? But there we were. And, yeah, I'm glad you were there. I figured you were. And that was a fun Sunday.
Yeah, got to watch a lot of these players before. Commentated a few Marist games in my past. Nice. Obviously, Jared Julo, forward for Marist, 2022 All-MAC third team.
Yep.
Scored the goal last game against the Shockers. Unfortunately, gave up the lead, but great ball placement and that little lob pass.
Yeah.
Got some open space, and obviously they'll be looking to attack that left side tonight.
Yeah, Julo's the real deal, obviously. I mean, that was unfortunate. What got into the Shockers? I mean, they were mediocre for the last 2 years, and now they're unbeatable.
Obviously topping the league this year. We're going to watch.
They're 7th in the overall standings, which is pretty impressive. But Jordan, our PA guy, has taken over. I believe we have an anthem coming up. I didn't get a game program listing who the anthem singer is. We like those kind of details, but even Dan doesn't have that. So if he doesn't, I'm certainly. Is that I entered through the player's entrance instead of the main entrance where they give you the program.
Right.
Maybe I should go back to the pretending to be just a regular punter.
Well, hopefully we'll get some information about the anthem coming up just in a bit. Players making their way out into the center of Tenney Stadium.
And then again, if you're seeing the image, the glare off the turf, it almost gives it like a wintry appearance here, like they're on a curling field or something.
Something like that. You know, the turf plays like that in the damp conditions during football season, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, we've been through this like a bit of a toaster oven right now. When the sun sets, it's beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure. Anthem coming up just in a bit.
Ruby Fulgarino is a student at Rondout Valley High School. She's very active in music programs both in and out of school and plays piano, tuba, and trombone, as well as studying voice and eagerly learning the bagpipes. Ruby Fulgarino.
Oh, say, can you sing by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Nice rendition of the anthem. I heard she is a music student, plays trombone, so that's one similarity we have.
In a ska act, you know, there's a versatility there. We always have good anthem singers. That's a tradition. And this is Spike Brescio alongside Dan Arbach, Marist Star student.
Star is a...
You can use me as a reference, by the way, and if you don't want to get a job.
Stop it.
Yes, we just got the lineups through the new app.
Starting lineups for Kingston. Looks like they're playing a little bit of a 4-2-3-1. Salguero, Molina, Hunchar, and Kowalski on that defensive side. Hernandez and Dennis playing mid alongside Julo, Mara, and then Richard Morell at the top. Morell, another Marist
There you go.
star up and coming, junior this year.
Yeah.
And I think he had career high 2 goals last season against Canisius, middle of the season.
Nice.
Also scored against Florida Gulf Coast, where Julo also scored. They had a little bit of a tag team early in the non-conference schedule.
This is brilliant information. Love it.
We try our best here in the press box.
Really, the Marist tradition on this team. I mean, other than Sienna and, the majority of our players have come right off this field.
Oh, of course.
Keepers and you name it. And it's a quality program. Dan's been here to see it and call it.
Certainly have. On the right side for Valeo, running more of a standard 4-3-3. Taylor, Hercatch, Meehan, Boltman. On the mid, Williams, Berkeley, and Heichel. And forwards, Kelly, Kozak, and Andrews. Benjamin Kelly most recently scored 2 goals on the season for Valeo, scored in the 6th minute of their sole win this season against Hartford City.
That was a bit of an upset, I must say.
Obviously, Valeo only have 1 win on the season, 1-1-3, a -2 goal differential.
They're right above us in the standings, so this is a key matchup.
Definitely.
I won't say it's a relegation battle, but if there was relegation, this would be one of those.
Certainly isn't like that Southampton relegation matchup, but
yeah, I don't know. Valeo, we got our opening point. We opened the season at their facility in Newton, Mass., which I understand is an interesting venue. I watched the replay on YouTube. It was pretty much in the dark. The lights seemed to be subpar. So we drew 1-1 there. So maybe we can play off that momentum. You know, why not?
Starting an hour earlier than last week, so we should be playing in the sun for at
Yeah,
least the
that's
majority
true.
of the contest, and
Yeah, we did
the lights certainly won't be dim in this one.
We did the Friday start last week, and the unfortunate spanking by the New York Shockers, who came down from Colony and seemed to have the momentum, but you know.
Certainly an uncharacteristic match for Stockade. A little bit of a weird season. Hoping to turn it around today as kickoff starts now. Valeo taking it up the center with their mids. Going to start early on the left side. Header back in the center, though.
Valeo wearing their like highway department lime green with black sleeves. Very different from our highway department creamsicle orange.
Certainly not the traditional retro Pittsburgh Steelers yellow, but more of a highlighter.
They've always had weird, Valeo's always had a weird kid.
Julo taking it up the left side, gets it stolen though. This is going to be a neon matchup certainly. As
Oh yeah.
23 takes it up the right, back in the center of the box. A bit of a trip up though.
No call. It was pretty standard.
In goal for Kingston is Nunez. Scoops it up pretty easily. Smoke getting underway per usual. This time a bit of a hazy smoke rather than an orange. Julo's going to take it up the left to his Marist counterpart Morell. Bit of a trip up here, but Valeo gets it back. Pushing and shoving. Going to be a trip up foul. Going to be called against Stockade. Going to take it back up the pitch. Some early action up the left side, but nothing much so far from Marist.
Yeah, Valeo, I think this is their third season with us in this conference.
Certainly can smell the smoke now.
They're an academy up in Newton. They have a facility in Portugal, so there is an international presence to them. But Lord, I tried finding out about their players all afternoon. I couldn't. There was one guy named Eric Estrada who doesn't seem to be on the roster, and I thought that would be funny.
Estrada did score in a recent matchup,
Yeah.
but is not located anywhere on the roster,
Yeah.
so you have to wonder about that.
Eric Estrada.
Valeo has obviously an MPSL team as well as an
Yeah.
MLS Next presence
Yeah,
in
they
the greater
do.
Boston area.
Yeah.
But a little tricky for us to find any roster information.
Well, it's been that way. Welcome to my world, right?
Morell, a nice cross to Julo. Doesn't look like an offside flag.
Some of the Estrada stuff came from, he went to, he's from El Salvador, went to Hunter College. He was a Hunter College hawk. They had some info, and including he's an economics major, wants to work for the FBI. And he has two favorite movies, Limitless and Remember the Titans.
See, would have been good to have him on the roster for just purely for that information.
I have info on the other players has been drafted by MLS. Matthew Bell. He played for these guys 2 years ago. He was a star out of Marshall. The Thundering Herd.
Right.
Good program.
Great program indeed. As we take you back a little bit towards that opening matchup against Valeo to start the season. Got Stockade's sole point. Came off a thankful penalty
Yeah.
in the late goings.
Yeah.
Valeo took the lead. It looks like a
There
nice
you go.
pass from Morell. He's going to take out the left side. He's got a burst of a motor speed. Oh, and gets taken
Dragged
down.
down,
That's a
yeah.
clear penalty. Doesn't look like it's going to be a booking, just a little trip up, and a good free kick opportunity here.
Yeah, Morell, he looks like he's got some wheels, that kid. Huntington Station, New York.
Marist coach Vigiano quoted in saying, with a great motor, nose for the goal, and attacking ability, Rich has an opportunity to make his presence felt straight away, and you can certainly see it just now.
No, and this is his debut season for the Cade, wearing the orange.
4th minute, Julo going to take this one. You'd like to see some early action for a team that has struggled to score early, and a deflection up the right side.
Yes! Oh,
and they're going to call it off. No goal.
Yeah, man. Deflection.
Not going to score the goal. Some frustration here from Richard Morell, who started this play out, got the deflection, and the goal was called off. Stockade fans not enjoying this one after a early opportunity. You would have liked to see them score.
Was that 19 who tapped that in? Was that Salguero?
It looks like a Marist trio. Looks like Morell started it up, got the foul. Julo took the cross.
Yeah.
Salguero took it up the right side, and again, goal was called off. Would love an explanation why. It looks like an offsides call.
Yeah.
Looks like he just got just ahead of the
It was close.
Valeo
That
defense.
was very close, but it's good to execute early. You can build on that, you know.
Certainly would love to see more of that.
Yeah, Salguero's already scored this year, so he knows the feeling.
Benjamin Kelly taking that one.
Lorenzo with a nice grab. The West Virginia Mountaineer. Is he finished there, do you know? Or,
I could not find out for the life of me.
I mean, it says 4th season with us. I mean, that's another good program.
Maris definitely less of an international presence than Valeo. A lot of New York natives, but obviously Dene from France. But again, lost opportunity to score there.
They have a Frenchman on the roster. Oh, here comes Stockade.
Mateo Morea
no call.
gets some contact and no call again. Jeez. Frustration for the officiating. Clearly made from the Stockade fans, and again, just some unlucky play here early on. 2 definite opportunities to score.
Mara made that look good.
Sold that call, but didn't get enough on it. 2 years for the team from Morell.
One of 2 Austining guys.
Yes. Former Cortland graduate. Marist early on getting to the best of the Valeo line with some quick counterattack, but Valeo's going to take up here on that right side.
You just said Marist, Dan.
See, I'm so used to it. You got 3 Marist players.
Old habits. If Marist switches to this creamsicle orange, then you're going to be.
Then I'd be losing it.
Baffled.
Well, that brick red Marist is certainly not like this highlighter orange that the Stockade on. So
with the gray shorts too, that was always interesting. I wondered why they wore the gray shorts. But
gray shorts, somewhat off-white away jerseys as well.
And we always wondered why McDermott wasn't the #1 here, because he was pretty good. But
didn't make sense, but it looks like there's going to be some early action here. A beautiful cross, but could have had a tennis, just could have been offside.
Lorenzo scoops that up, no problem. A Bloomingburg, New York native. Not sure where that is.
Lorenzo Nunez, like you said, from West Virginia.
Yeah.
Senior.
I've been to Morgantown, but I've never been to Bloomingburg, New York. Who knows?
Cross again to Morell. Nice touch, but he's going to get a nice defensive play by 23 on Valeo.
That's not Eric Estrada, unfortunately.
No, it is not. We will never know where
I will look up some of these Valeo guys at halftime. That will be my duty, since I don't have a fanzine to distribute this week. Just too much work.
Well, in just under 10 minutes to play.
Yeah, we got to give the score. It's not on the screen.
Marist.
It's 0-0.
Stockade really bringing it up that left side with haste, I'd like to say.
Yeah, you would think, it meant to ask Jamal if there's any urgency. Like, does he have a pregame talk with these guys saying, listen, we got to turn this around. You know, like, this is not our tradition.
You know, you'd like to think so, especially their tendency to score in the second half this season.
Yeah.
Last game, of course, started off the scoring in their first matchup against Valeo. It was a 1-1 draw where both the scoring happened in the second half.
Yeah.
So you'd like to see them use their athletic pace when they have it all.
Well, I ran into a few rank and file fans that were asking me, well, where is Daniel DiPolito? And that's been a mystery I haven't solved. You know where our scoring star from last year was on fire out of Fordham. I assume he's playing somewhere else. He's not on our roster.
Hernandez with a deep cross to Jared Julo. You wonder if that's going to get called off, but
Late flag.
good defense. And a nice steal by Julo again, but that's going to go for a goal kick.
Yeah, so I was going to hire a private investigator to track down Daniel DiPolito, based on his performance here last year, which kind of carried this team into some great momentum. But haven't had a corner yet, Dan. This is unusual. Keeper for Stockade, or
You would have liked to see that, especially since
Seidel is their keeper.
currently trying to look up some information about him now, but not find anything. Again, a lot of these players come from the greater Boston area.
Yeah.
Benjamin Kelly, their leading scorer, a Harvard sophomore.
There's a few colleges in that area.
Just a few.
Cheeky.
Marist playing here, no stranger to playing a lot of Ivy League talent, especially colleges in that area in the Northeast, as well as NEC schools. So wouldn't be surprised if some of those players play for Valeo. Salguero kicks it away on the left side where the Marist natives are trying to start up on their left side.
Those red foxes.
Luke Henshar kicks it away.
That looks good.
A nice shot. Christian Scalelli. Kick on the left side, but straight at the goalkeeper, Seidel. And Marist again getting up the box, this time on the right side. So again, more pace of play you'd love to see.
Skrelly with the shot there. Fordham guy out of Bedford, New York. Westchester heavy.
Valeo going to take out the left side, a cross attempt that's going to go straight to Stockade, to Nunez.
Wearing his 00.
I often wonder, is it Nunez, is it Nunez, and is Nunez like Darwin Nunez of Liverpool?
Of course.
And a pass on the left side to Morell. He's going to win this one and use that burst of speed. A good opportunity here, and it's in!
Nicely
Richard
done.
Morell on the right side. An easy score.
Good team up
Great
there.
assist from Salguero, and just an easy way for Marist to make their Stockade to make themselves present with a Marist score.
Well, that was a great hookup there. It looks like they've done that before, and I'm sure you've seen them do that in Marist red with that hookup.
Just an easy touch from Richard Morell. Huntington Station local, first year with the team, and what a way to make yourself present again when Stockade needs a win desperately in this part of the season.
13th minute, 1-0 to Kingston over Valeo. Some good hookup play in the box there. That was textbook stuff.
You'd love to see more of that precise, careful touch, but that fast pace of play.
Yeah, Morell, he's got mad skills. Huntington Station, New York native. I'm assuming that's Long Island. sounds like Long Island.
Considering the population demographics of Marist, I'd like to say so.
They get a lot of Long Islanders on this campus.
Yes, a lot. It's, you're getting Bergen County, you're getting Long Island, and you're getting New York City and Connecticut. Those are the big four, I'd like to say. Oh, nice backwards touch, but doesn't get away. Julo's going to kick it out of bounds a little too hard. Says my bad. Huntington Station in Suffolk County, where my mother is from.
There you go.
So she'll probably be frustrated with me for not knowing the geography of Long Island.
I only learned geography through this sport,
That's the way to do it.
Exactly. So I know which team from Ukraine is always.
Soon we'll be well acquainted with the Northeast. Again, another touch from Jula that's going to go a little too far. Number 4 on Valeo is going to touch it up. That's Molina. Sorry, Boltman. Peter Boltman for UVM.
Oh, really?
UVM. It was a first year, did not see any game action, so definitely getting some reps with Valeo this season. Playing in that right mid spot. Some trouble on the left side here for Valeo. Morell on the guard.
Kowalski marking him up and gets the ball.
That was textbook defense. No real trouble so far here for Stockade.
Yeah.
Just some textbook play from Kowalski. Holy Cross currently, so probably familiar with a few of these players.
From Pound Ridge, New York.
We talk about a lot of colleges in the greater Boston area. How about Worcester? Holy Cross, Clark, WPI, I'm sure a lot of this level soccer over there.
They sell a lot of Mead 3-ring notebooks, and the school supply industry is very big, I'm sure.
A lot of colleges, also Polar Park, home to the Worcester Red Sox.
Is that formerly the Paw Sox?
Formerly the Paw Sox.
I've been to McCoy Stadium.
Getting the laugh
That's how old I am.
Some of my coworkers here, Boston fans on the broadcast.
Well, it's in patches from up there, so.
Red Sox currently in Chicago. Actually, at Fenway Park is the Savannah Bananas playing tonight.
That's a kooky outfit.
I already saw the Gavin Sheets grand slam. I don't want to look again. But Bobby Dahlbeck homered.
What, for the Savannah Bananas?
No, for the Red Sox.
Oh,
they're in Chicago.
Same team, right?
Yeah.
No, they're playing the White Sox?
Yep, they're on a little away trip. Will return home.
I bet heavily on the White Sox, and it's not paying off for me.
Oh, no. That is a team who is looking to have a fire sale.
Wow.
Nunez is going to kick it on the right side.
Kowalski up the right. He's got a little shade over there.
Kowalski been a key member of the Stockade defense who hasn't had any real tests so far. Kick to Salguero.
Yeah, the defense it's always been strong for this team, but this year they've had some bad luck. They haven't really been blown out. I mean, 3 goals in Hartford, but they've just had some bad breaks and on both ends of the field. Really.
Beautiful left touch from Morell to Julo, and another long cross, but kicked away with much ease.
Seidel in his it's a wedding dress.
Yeah.
Which it might be, I don't know. Bone, off-white. There's a lot of whites.
Eggshell white.
Eggshell, there you go. That's more of a paint thing. But
trying to think of previous Bob Ross episodes, what colors he'd like to use. So
I was told to have a bone tuxedo to go to
bone
the prom.
white, as he would say.
Back in 1980.
I would have loved to see that.
What a year.
What a year.
Yeah.
Kowalski. Nice chip. Morell with a pretty good touch and fighting off 2 defenders. Looks for some help. Julo again.
Yeah, Morell's got that balance that, you're not going to knock him over or he's not going to collapse like a house of cards. He wants the ball.
Very, very stocky for a speedy guy. And
yeah.
has bursts of speed. Wouldn't call him the fastest on the team, but he can really turn up the jets if he needs to. That's a clear offsides.
What year is he at Marist?
Morell's going to be a junior,
Okay,
sophomore
so
last year.
We got a couple of seasons of enjoyment.
Now this
ahead.
should be Julo's last season now.
Yeah.
2022, he was All-MAC third team. 2023, a bit of a struggle year for Marist overall.
Yeah.
But
I didn't go to any of their games, so I jinxed it.
Marist since 2021 on a bit of a downstretch.
Yeah.
Win the MAC championship, and you actually get a lot of players who look to transfer out with the portal. Andre Cutler actually went to Syracuse.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
you're getting a lot of players who are trying to make a name for themselves, and you honestly can't blame them with the nature of the portal.
What happened to the keeper with the long hair?
Oh, that 2021 year?
Yeah.
He might have graduated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a grad student that year.
I know a lot of these players have gone to MLS Next programs.
I mean, he had some creds, although in that game, I remember it was a back pass that screwed him up against Ryder.
Julo trying to do some fancy footwork, but gets hit away. Valeo, quick turnaround though. Taking it up that right side. Kozak, their main striker, number 18.
So there's out. We're in the 20th minute here at Tenney Stadium in Poughkeepsie. Spike Rusher alongside the brilliant Dan Arbach. I was filling in for Steve Patch, who is in the house and will probably take over the second half duties. It is 1-0 Kingston, and a great goal by Marist product, Richard Morell. Textbook style in the box. Nothing fluky or freaky about it, just a classic football. You draw it up in a napkin at a pub. So
just pretty simple textbook offensive play.
Yeah.
Not much to complain about. A nice grab by Nunes. Grady Kozak is Valeo's main striker. Senior at Fordham.
Uh-oh. We know that's good.
And a Middleton, Mass native. So, again, probably a lot of these players living in Massachusetts over the summer.
I always wonder where Fordham plays their home games. There's not much room in Upper Manhattan.
So I did actually, my little history about myself.
There you You've been there.
Marist and Fordham were my two college choices.
Okay.
So, I evidently decided Marist for major reasons, but Fordham has a nice stadium in there, located directly in the Bronx, but
so they do have a decent facility.
When you go into the actual campus, it's like you're leaving the jungle.
Yeah, I've heard it's,
Yeah.
Art Donovan, I believe, is a Fordham product. I interviewed him once, and what a character. I don't think he had an appreciation for this sport, but I like the fact that Fordham has had some decent players come out of there that we've seen in this league.
Yep. A lot of famous alumni from Fordham, too.
Oh, yeah.
Denzel Washington, most famous.
Yeah.
Kozak getting forced out of bounds, and a little dispute with the ref on who actually touched the ball. Salguero quickly throws it in to Kowalski.
23rd minute, 1-0 Kingston. If you're just joining us, and it is a lovely, cool evening here in Poughkeepsie. So if you're in the area, swing by, catch some live NPSL action.
Sun has faded a little bit. It is a partly sunny day, I would say. Maybe mostly cloudy or mostly sunny, depending on your mood. But definitely a lot cooler in the press box now.
Anthony Denis calling his name for the first time. Being from France and going to Manhattan College, how cool is that?
One big city to the next.
Well, even though that's in the Bronx too, isn't it?
Don't know where exactly in France he is from.
Well, that's true. It could be from Boscobel,
Bordeaux, maybe wine country.
Maybe Giverny. Who knows?
I actually was in Paris this summer. Or the spring, rather. I was.
You got them the Olympics. You pulled some strings.
Well, I was abroad this spring, in Florence, and I took a little spring break trip to Paris, and I actually saw them building the Olympic stages.
Okay.
Pretty weird.
Were they on strike?
They weren't. You'd be surprised.
Then it's not Paris.
Right, yeah. You'd be surprised, but I have a photo of me from the Eiffel Tower pointing at the NBC built
And there you go.
stadiums.
It's a great city. I was there during the '98 World Cup, and it was brilliant. Our team wasn't great, but
Obviously, news in the most recent French soccer world, other than gearing up for a Euro Championship, Kylian Mbappe going to Real Madrid, which is just breaking the hearts of the nation.
The underdogs. The U.S. is playing Colombia at 5:30. I don't know if that's underway yet. A friendly warm-up for the Copa America.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
A little trouble in the box, but a nice hit away from Morell and Kowalski. Header back in. Julo with a touch to his Marist counterpart, Salguero.
U.S. informed by Steve Patch that Colombia has a 2-0 lead over the U.S. boys at halftime.
Unfortunate.
Just don't score an own goal if you're from Colombia. That's the rule. Yeah, this Valeo squad, they're not big. It seems like, it's not like Kingston is a giant squad, but these guys are, they're not dominating physically.
I would argue Stockade would have the advantage physically, as we saw from that goal.
Yeah.
Obviously, a fair bit of talent from Morell and Julo and Salguero to bring up that ball, but definitely getting outpaced here so far.
Yeah, Morell, 2 or 3 times he took on 2 or 3 players, and he's drawing these guys to him, and he keeps the ball, and that gets your other guys.
Oh, a shot here and just missing. Pretty powerful strike there from Valeo, but just missed. We almost had a 1-1 repeat of the first Stockade Valeo game.
27th minute, 1-0 Kingston. Valeo threatening here, though. They caught us off guard with that blast. Now they got the first corner of the game.
A corner here.
Taken by their number 10.
Benjamin Kelly, the Harvard sophomore, hit in, but way left.
Oh, a smart guy, huh? Harvard man.
I guess so.
Yeah,
Appeared in 3 matches for the Crimson last season. 1 shot on goal. Probably will play a little more as a sophomore because he's pretty active here for Valeo. He has 2 goals already this season. This one in the 6th minute against Hartford. That pretty big upset win, you like to call it.
Where are you mining this information? I'm very impressed with the laptop. It's
Sofa Score.
The Sofa Score drives me crazy sometimes. I think I have it.
Sofa Score, you can
really
be about
load.
50% sure
Yeah,
with
there's
all
a
the
cross.
information.
Lorenzo gathers it in. So who wins the Ivy these days? Who's dominating in that?
Well, I'd like to say in football,
Yes.
it's usually Princeton.
Princeton in most sports. Dartmouth has a good baseball.
Nice touch here. Salguero passing to Julo, who's got a little trouble. Triple threat on him. A left touch. Morea gets fought away, though. Plenty of yellow, neon yellow defending here.
Greenish kind of.
Lime green, not even, but
Yeah.
that yellow-green highlighter.
It's a Pantone 308, I think, is the actual color.
Love to get the reference number on that color.
It's for my graphic designer friends up in Hudson, New York. Working away on the weekend.
Now, the way the black sleeves go with the yellow, they almost look like practice jerseys.
It does, they were wearing all red in practice, I think. They don't seem to decide on a color. They had their funny little crest with a stubby cannon on it. I don't know what that means.
No, well,
Arsenal wannabe kind of thing.
and you'd think with a all color matchup that'd be tough to point out the players, but the colors are so distinct that it's been pretty easy so far.
Oh yeah, I like this. This isn't, usually is with us.
Stockade faithful in the shade, so like to get their energy back up. Maybe Stockade can provide a bit of that.
Yeah, the grass berm is a good place to be.
Nice left touch
for the first half at least. Of course, Dutch guard over there. There's a shot. It's
almost a field goal.
Yeah, 3-pointer from Roy Girella.
Someone get him on the Red Foxes.
No, the guy from Fox News was their punter. The myth.
Right.
Yeah. So 30th minute here, 1-0 Kingston, enjoying another first half lead that we hope we can assemble on or defend or add to. But that's been an issue this season. Salguero with the deft play.
Oh, a nice touch.
Still got it.
Salguero's been really pacing up that left side, playing in the left back role, but he's also been pushing up heavy on counterattack. There's Kozak on the right side. Favors the left boot. Kelly. A big strike here, but a little left. That was number 6 on Valeo.
What year is Salguero for the Red Foxes? Does he have a?
I'd like to say he's a sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah. So this program in the next couple of years, judging by these guys, could get back in the top.
Well, Matt Vigiano, Marist coach, has always been a fantastic recruiter, one of the best in the MAC. Recruits all over the New York area, and with such a big state.
Yeah.
Variety of.
Oh, Lorenzo, good punch. Right-handed punch by Lorenzo.
Nunes has been a brick wall, but he also hasn't had many shots on goal.
We had a new keeper last week, Jamie Lowell, number 99.
Had a good first half, but it was a lot of shocker play.
Those shockers.
Had a small coalition of fans in the left side of Tenney.
Yeah, they've added. They used to have 4, now they have 7.
Trouble here, but just misses left.
The
a little frustration.
Is that the Harvard guy?
That would be Benjamin Kelly, who was there. A little frustration. He was looking to get that. Andrews, Kelly, Kozak, those are your 3 Valeo forwards.
Yeah.
Kozak from UVM, Kelly from Harvard, and I have been trying to find where Andrews is. However, there are a lot of Jay Andrews that are collegiate soccer players.
Yes, again, welcome to my world. 2 in the morning. How many Jay Andrews are there? 1,100. You look for a clue. It's fun. I like that part of it, that aspect of this gig.
Well, it's always fun communicating.
And that's your racket. You're
exactly.
The sports info.
It's always fun communicating to fans when there's a little niche about a lot of these college players.
Yeah, some of the sites have extreme details about their personal lives. I love that. Favorite movie, favorite food. Some of the SIDs have a lot of time on their hands.
Now we've been talking about Benjamin Kelly, Harvard player, and there is some pretty funny information on the website, on Harvard Athletics website.
Really?
Speaks French, plays the cello. He enjoys chess, golf, basketball, and football.
No, this is that of
And both parents are professors of philosophy at Harvard University.
Oh, I am shocked and stunned by that development.
2
Imagine
philosophy professors, and they produced a soccer player at Harvard.
Who plays the cello. How goth is that?
His grandfather played baseball at MIT.
Oh, who knew they had a team? But, that's good info there, Dan. Trouble.
Oh, and off the top post, Kozak.
Cleared out.
Great play from Nunes.
Man, that was
exciting play.
The crossbar denies Valeo.
Kozak had just him and Nunes at the goal. A missed touch, it hits the top post, and Nunes bats it away. Some impressive play from Nunes so far.
Yeah. 34th minute, 1-0 Kingston here, and a match that's been back and forth with some high energy. And here comes the Stockade.
Morell across here, tough for Julo, but gets a header on it. Morell is going to have to take it out, just not enough control on that ball. Kowalski hits it on the right side. Another cross
Oh, it
in.
looked like a handball.
Looking for a handball,
Yeah.
but the ref does not agree. You wonder if he saw it or if it wasn't intentional play.
Yeah, I said change direction there. That looked like
Clearly, from up here at least, looked like he changed the direction of that ball. And again, Kozak's going to take it up the left side, takes the shot, and it just misses on the right side. Kozak has been active in the box.
yeah, he had his energy drink before the game. Apparently, he's kind of a one-man show up there.
Very impressive physical performance so far from Grady Kozak, who has really been giving Nunes some work to deal with, but Nunes has really had no issues so far. He's going to kick it off here. Just about approaching the 35th minute, Stockade Valeo. Stockade with the 1-0 lead.
The bottom of the table matchup here. Would like to come out on top here and probably be tied with them for fifth.
No regulation in this division of the MPSL, but it certainly has some exciting storylines as one of these teams would love to get out of the bottom. And across there from Salguero, he's been looking for Julo all night. They've been able to get some rhythm going on that offense, but haven't scored in a bit. Still remain the lead. Julo, a left touch. Looking for Morell. Bit of fight between Hernandez and Valeo. Valeo's going to get this one, win this battle, and looks like they're going to reset. But again, Hernandez very active and gets the ball back. Julo taking up the middle. Morell. Julo on the right. Oh, and just off the left post. Wow.
Dang. That was
What
some
are
good work.
these touches from Stockade?
Dang.
Hernandez to Morell to Julo.
Way to go, Kingston!
This Stockade offense has some incredible pace so far and some great touches.
Yeah, the scoreline 1-0. It could easily be 3-1, given that Valeo hit the crossbar on that play. But this has been some good action. You know, you never know what in this league. The bottom two teams maybe just mail it in or whatever. But that's not going to happen with these Jamal coaching these guys. They got a lot to play for, and plus, having the Marist guys playing on their home field, I think is kind of cool. You know, like this is so familiar territory for them.
Another cross here, but looks like it's going to get just out for Morell. Now, starting that play earlier was Alessio Hernandez, who has been a little quiet in this match up until that point, but gets to the great defensive play, playing in that defensive midfield spot. Gets a touch here and boots it away, and going to give Stockade the ball.
Hernandez out of Iona, Golden Gale.
Big rival, Marist and Iona, especially in basketball as of late.
Yeah, they had a famous coach for a while.
Rick the Rat Patino. Ever heard of him? Julo going to take it up this right side.
I went and saw my Ohio University Bobcats play at Iona a couple years ago. Now, gave them a run for their money. Good.
Oh, great touch spin around by Morell. He's looking for some space. Gets a touch in the back. Morell looks on the right side. A shot here, just over the goal, but Marist again with that offensive pressure. Morell has been running up that left side nonstop.
He's in charge. He is in charge of this offense right now. It's great to see.
Morell had a big improving season this year for Marist, and his pace of play, you have to wonder if he'd score again anytime soon.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him to get a brace here tonight, the way he's dominating. I mean, Valeo just, they give him space and he takes advantage, and he's fast. You know.
Kowalski had the throw, and Morell gives it away, though. And he gets it back, though. Good play from Hernandez, who has been a pest, you'd like to say, in that Valeo defensive line.
Yeah, whistle in the 39th minute. 1-0 Kingston Stockade over Valeo FC, an academy out of Newton, Mass. Just above us in the standings in 5th place. We're in 6th. It'd be nice to get some points and move up. Moving on up.
Valeo looking for a handball on that one. Hernandez gets it back. Salguero chasing it down, going to stop it here with his right foot.
Good hustle.
Pretty non-stop play so far.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be much stoppage time.
The effort is definitely present
Denis.
for both teams.
Nice touch here. And who is it again? It's Richard Morell. Gets it back to Denis, but just a little short of a successful cross, but they clearly have a game plan working. Counterattacks on that left side, and it's been working so far. Stockade has clearly had more possession and more chances.
Yeah, it's good to see. This is the type of game you're hoping for, given the standings and the situations. And I think they've responded well. And here's Julo going to take the corner here. Stamford, Connecticut native. Scored last Friday night on this very ground.
Here's the touch here, a flat cross.
Can't get past the first man.
Good pace here. Hernandez against him. Hernandez has been a physical player. No foul. No foul on this one, but no booking, of course. Lob to that left side for Valeo. Sun is beaming down again. It's getting Tosi up here in the Tenney press box. Salguero kicks it away. A little backspin on this one. Morell is looking.
Yeah, this ref's been good. He's let him play. There shouldn't be much stoppage time here. 40th minute.
The pace of play has been fast. There was some trouble in the box for Maris. It looked like a handball earlier, but simply
For
wasn't.
Kingston?
For Kingston.
I love it. You're so devoted. Dan the man here. He's sitting in a Maris facility.
It's just when you have all the stops put out.
Exactly.
I
love
this is my seat.
Yep.
I've sat in this seat more than I can count.
It's tremendous.
Julo's going to take this one. I'm not going to say what school he's from. 41st minute.
Yeah, somewhere in Quinnipiac.
Yeah, maybe something
Fairfield.
like that. Ryder, Siena, anywhere in the MAC.
Yeah. MAC.
The MAC, of course, opposing to the MAC, the regular single MAC.
That's my conference.
Right. I have a professor from the University of Buffalo at Marist.
Oh, there's a save by Seidel. Nothing too challenging.
Seidel, the mystery man. We have no idea what college he's from, but
I'm going to find out during halftime.
And he's wearing what my counterpart here calls bone white.
Yes, I had to wear that for the 1982 Mount Vernon High School prom. Which didn't really go well, but then again, when do they ever?
When did they ever go well?
Yes. Dan R. back to my left. I'm Spike Rusho. This has been fun, the first half.
We're having a lot of fun up here in the booth. We certainly are having a lot of fun watching Stockade take the lead.
Yeah. 1-0.
A lot of fans on the lawn today. I'd like to guess a little more than that last week game. Really nice weather both weeks, though. You can't complain at all, even though we're a little toasty.
They drew like 620 last Friday. I like how Jamal, our coach, is perched on the top of the aluminum bench. He's perched there. And superstition says he probably shouldn't move as long as we have
some clear shirt tugging. This should be a yellow card, no question.
First card.
He's looking like he doesn't.
He's making Muppet faces. Who do we got? Number 4.
That's Boltman. Boltman. Pieter Boltman from UVM. First year.
And that's University of Vermont at Montpellier. Am I correct with that?
I'd like to say you're correct.
Okay.
Catamounts.
Yes.
You know, he's been the main line of defense so far for Leo, but clear shirt tugging on that one. Julo going to take up his left side.
He's got a yellow.
And now he's got a yellow, which matches his jersey. Here's Morell on the right side. A nice cross inward. Morell is there. A nice touch in, and then missing the left post wide. A second shot attempt, missing that left post barely. But again, applause here from the Stockton fans.
Yeah, the fans are appreciating the effort here. Mateo with a right-footed shot just left of the post again. The Austining lad out of Cortland, which we all know is the home of Ronnie James Dio.
Yes,
I have
that's
to
true.
bring that up every time.
Every time.
Because in this case, we're the last in line. But maybe not after this match. Let's hope.
Let's hope. Valeo is going to look to make some action here. They haven't had much since some early moments. They did have one where Nunez brilliantly batted away a ball with his right fist. Grady Kozak, Fordham Ram. That main forward for Valeo has been really present, and here he is now fighting with Molina.
Earned the corner. Is that the Valeo head coach in the red sleeveless and like showing up for like gym class?
You know,
I don't have any info on their management, but
looking on this left side, you'd like to see where the Valeo coach is, but I can't really point it out either.
Yeah, he may be a player coach. Who knows? Valeo corner now.
Bill Russell type move, and here's a corner.
45th minute. 1-0 Kingston over Valeo. We don't know stoppage time. That's a tradition in this league.
Makes them all the more exciting.
Couldn't be more than a couple of minutes, I would think. And 1 yellow, no injuries. The trainers have not been off the bench.
Again, very fast-paced play, and is made for a really exciting first half. It's only had 1 goal, but plenty of shot opportunities. Salguero. Julo misses. Oops. Just a missed touch by Salguero. Valeo.
I'm going to close the door here.
In stoppage, looking for a little action.
It's a dangerous time in the game.
Salguero's working on fighting 2 men.
Halftime is looming here.
Pretty.
Stockade thought that was their possession, but apparently not.
So did I. Hernandez fights it away. Gonna be a Valeo ball again.
Ref checking his Timex. Or is it a Casio? I don't know.
Morell's looking to start something. A nice touch here. But he gets outpaced. Outpaced there by
number 4. Great
Goldman.
effort. Yeah.
UVM. He is down on the field though in stoppage time.
Probably has a lot of ski gear in his dorm room. I'm thinking University of Vermont.
2 minutes of stoppage time, so it should be ending pretty shortly. We were probably on the money with our guesses.
Yeah, we were, I guess. I don't know how Steve Patch found that out.
Steve Patch will be replacing me in the second half. Or he won't.
Well, it's
Steve Patch giving me another chance to make a name for myself.
Well,
and here we go on the left side. That's going to do it for the first half.
There it is.
Entertaining first half as Stockade takes a 1-0 lead. It was Morell with that first goal off of some great play.
Yeah.
Great passes and great pace.
This could be his coming out party for the home crowd. You know, it's his first season with us.
You like to see a bit of a breakout from a player that has a lot of athletic poise and quick feet. It's going to be halftime for us, though.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little break.
Thanks, Dan, for filling in for Steve. I'm Spike Ruscio. It's 1-0 Kingston at the half. Enjoy your halftime activities, whatever they may be. I'll be looking up anecdotes about Valeo players. So
And stay hydrated. It's hot out.
Hydrating, yes.
We'll see you in the second half.
All right.
U16 Blue Dragons. Happy 39th birthday to Stockade FC superfan Michael Rudin. You can purchase your Stockade FC gear at the merch table. We now have stuff in orange, so if you don't have any orange Stockade gear, now is the time. This summer, Stockade is offering 2 weeks of elite instructional soccer camps for boys and girls between 7 and 14 years old. Kids will be working with Stockade players and coaches. Camps will be held in Poughkeepsie the week of July 15th and the week of July 22nd, running from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Learn more at StockadeFC.com or grab a flyer at the merch table. As always, special thanks to the Dutch Guard, our official supporters organization. We keep the energy high with their drumming, their flag waving, their smoke, and everything else. As part of our commitment to raising awareness for climate and sustainability, Stockade has partnered with a company called Trashy to help fans recycle their old clothing and shoes, and to earn credit towards Nike, Amazon, and more for doing so. Head over to the merch table and grab your free Trashy take-back bag. Take it home with you, fill it up with used clothing, and either mail it back to Trashy for free, or bring your bag to the match next Saturday. When Trashy gets your bags, you'll earn more than $30 in Trashy cash. Head over to the merch tables to learn more, and remember, while you're there picking up your Trashy bag, grab some new orange Stockade apparel. I'll be here all night. get set up, happy 39th birthday to Stockade FC superfan Michael Rudin.
We are back at Tenney Stadium for a second half of this NPSL matchup. Kingston Stockade up 1-0 on Valeo FC. Aside from Spike Ferruscio, I'm Dan Allback, student here at Marist College, at your Stockade's temporary home away from Kingston. It's been an exciting match so far for the Stockade. A lot of goal opportunities early on, especially set up by Julo and Richard Morell, two Marist duos I'm very familiar with. But it was Morell with the final touch that got the goal. A great bit of passing from Salguero, Julo, and Morell. Second half here, starting out, Marist will be going towards Donnelly Hall. Was the original temperature? It's cooled down slightly. You'll be playing until sunset. Colors for you here, Valeo playing in the highlighter yellow. Almost look like practice jerseys or an ode to Arsenal. Spike Ferruscio is going to join me here back on the broadcast.
Hi, Dan.
How you doing?
It's good to be back for the second half with the lead, 1-0. Steve Patch is in the house, but he's said he's on sabbatical. He's making all kind of excuses. I wanted him to sit in with Dan.
He is on the non-active list. Hope to return soon. We'll get you some updates on that.
I'm overwhelmed by New Englanders, though. You know, Dan being from New Hampshire and Patch from that area as well.
Pretty interesting. Patch and I probably have been 10 minutes away from each other and had no idea.
I have the same situation sometimes.
Small world, especially in the Granite State, where there's less than 1 million people, or maybe just over now, I think. I think the population's just around there.
Wow.
Valeo's going to get some early touches here. And it's going to be Kozak in the middle, a little soft goal attempt. But again, Nunez has been the real story for this Kingston defense. Has had a few shots on goal, batted them away with his hand. He especially had one that he batted away that hit the crossbar that Kozak mistouched on a goal attempt. A hard fall here.
Luke Hanchar with the aggression there. Manhattan College guy from New City.
It was 2-0 in the U.S.-Colombia friendly that is taking place today. Tim Weah did score in that second half, but unfortunately Colombia has matched that. It is 3-1 Colombia, U.S. men's national team. Having a bit of struggles. There is a Marist professor here, Leander Charlakins. He used to write for CBS Sports.
Yeah, and the New York Times.
New York Times.
Yeah.
He is currently writing a book on the men's national team.
He did a piece about the Stockade a couple years ago, after I did my piece, by the way. But I'm just saying.
Well, we have an original journalist, and I'll give him
the
some.
Times has ripped me off several. You know, I did a piece about the Christian baseball player, and okay, yeah, he's a famous writer.
Leander's my academic advisor.
There
I just call him my mentor, and he again is writing a book about the men's national team.
Is he Dutch?
He is Dutch. He speaks.
I'm guessing on that name.
He does speak Dutch. He is from Dutchland.
He's an Ajax supporter.
Ajax supporter. Very active on Twitter.
Really?
Well,
that was just a wild guess.
He is a journalist, so supporter, I would say more of just coverer.
Yeah, you know.
You know,
I know the feeling. Does he have an Ajax tattoo is my question.
Now, funny story about him, he's also a Mets fan, and the reason the way he became
I'm done. That's it. Okay.
But the way he became a Mets fan was pretty hilarious. He went to a thrift store, I'm pretty sure in the Netherlands, and he picked up a hat, and it had a Mets logo on it. Didn't know much about the Mets, but came here and realized they are the laughingstock of the MLB.
Well,
other than the Chicago White Sox.
Because they have no money, apparently.
Owner is the hedge fund manager, Steve Cohen.
There you go. I relish they were getting crushed today in London. And
London, they tend to juice the balls, but when you see Whit Merrifield hit a home run to the left corner, it leaves you a little bit in shock.
And they're totally overselling the whole thing. Like, MLB, it goes to no end to spread their brand, as they say.
The last time
give it up.
There was a London series in 2019, or I believe it was 2019, Red Sox Yankees, and that was a juice ball year, as well as they were playing in a high school field size. It was a
cricket. No, it's funny because AJ Pierzynski, who's known to be not the nicest guy in the world, confessed to being a Spurs fan, and that's what Steve Patch and AJ Pierzynski have in common, is they're both Spurs supporters. Pierzynski is
AJ Pierzynski, known
the wrong way.
Comparatively to, I call him a Draymond Green in the MLB, very, very controversial. And
how he got that gig for that.
White Sox, he's been everywhere.
Let's send the guy to London, the xenophobe.
Kowalski.
Oh, have a go there, lad. Have a go. Love it when defenders shoot.
Wonder if he'll make some kicks for Holy Cross this upcoming season.
Gives me some optimism. Defenders will have a go now and again.
Now, we mentioned Alessio Hernandez for Stockade in the first half. He was having a hell of a first half, really just bringing it up the middle. A lot of good long balls, and a little information on him. He is a now graduate from Iona.
So he's no longer a Golden Gale, he's a Silver Gale.
In 2022, appeared in 9 matches. He made 4 starts. He did play in 2023. He had a game-high 4 shots, 2 on goal, which is rare for a defensive midfielder. He's been playing as mostly. Looks like a pretty clear handball.
Late whistle there by the ref. I usually meet the refs at Dunkin' Donuts before the game, but that's back in the Kingston days.
Scarelli was not happy about that one.
51st minute here, 1-0 Kingston over Valeo FC. Spike Brescio alongside Dan Arbach, Marist student. Actually doesn't wear a Stockade uniform, which is unusual.
Pretty low-key start to the second half. There has been disputes, but here we go. Morell taking it up the right side. He has a few options, but he's waiting. A cross in, directed towards Julo, but pretty easy work to get it out of the box. Hernandez has been winning a lot of those one-on-ones, but it's going to be kicked away here. Again, a try by Morell.
But good effort by Kingston. They're not giving up. They know a 1-0 lead. They've been in this situation before.
Now, if we had some advanced analytics, it certainly show that Stockade is winning those one-on-ones, which could be a reason why they do have the advantage.
Yeah.
Look to be a little more athletic so far. Valeo has had a few opportunities. Their striker, Brady Kozak, has been very active, but pretty quiet so far in the few minutes of this second half. Here's some play. Morell gets it in the box, and it's in!
Yes, sir.
Another goal, Richard Morell.
This is his night. This is his night, Morell's coming out party. And they named a mushroom after the kid. You gotta love that. Morell with his second goal of the game, 2-0 Kingston here in Poughkeepsie.
Morell, Marist Mania, the Marist kid has really been making a name for himself. Another fine touch in the box on the right side of the goal. Finally sneaks one past the post, which has been a trouble for a lot of those shots, but no trouble here for Richard Morell.
He blasted that one too. That was a no-doubter. He rippled the old onion bag. Past Seidel, the keeper for Valeo, is from Boston College, a Lexington, Mass. native, whose older brother is a swimmer at Princeton.
That was Morell who gave him the feed, and it was a really nice touch by Morell to settle it in the box and just took his time, composure, and he has been the story of this game, no doubt.
A brace for Morell, 2-0 Kingston here in the 54th. Entertainment aplenty. Courtesy of the lads who used to wear the whatever red Dan described for Marist. I'm sure it has an official name. But
now, I was looking this up the other day. There is an official Marist red.
Oh, nice. You gotta love that.
If you need the code for your house, the interior of your house, let me know. And here, Valeo's going to take it up the left side. They're getting some action within the box. Across here, but kicked out easy by Kowalski. Again, left side touch. 10 here for Valeo. Across inward. No trouble for Newton.
No, he smothers it on his stomach. His six-pack abs absorb the impact.
And if you're looking for Valeo players to watch, again, we've been saying his name. Benjamin Kelly has been looking to get those crosses from left to right on that left side, but again, has 2 goals so far for Valeo on the season, so look out for him.
Yeah, the only other guy I found during halftime, I was a bit lax in my research, is the number 33, Heikel, midfielder. He's out of Bentley University, and that's all I got on it.
Bentley, business school.
He's from Northeastern Mass. Went to Oliver Ames High School. Has not declared a major at Bentley. So
certainly
you should major in automobile science because it's a Bentley, for Christ's sakes.
Exactly. Now at Bentley, they only offer a few majors. Most of them surrounded around business.
Yeah. Marist is a big business school, right? I've heard that.
Oregon now, in my spare time, if you're ever curious to know about me, I do work for the admissions department at Marist.
Uh-oh, here we go.
As a tour guide. And
pitch time. Do you walk backwards and show them everything? Like, I love the tour guides walking backwards.
Varusho, you would not believe the way I walk backwards. It is a sight to see.
Well, it's not as easy as it looks. I see that at Bard College a lot.
Just got some news. It is 5-1 Columbia.
Oh, my goodness. Berhalter is on the hot seat again. 5?
That book from my professor cannot come out fast enough. And here's another up from Shirelli.
Get rewrite on the blower.
Morea. Going to take it himself off the crossbar.
Why not? The classic NPSL crossbar and then football crossbar. The mat bar, as I like to call it.
Powerful shot from Morea. Took it up himself. He has been getting more action in this half.
Love the Barr brothers.
Pretty active crowd. You'd love to see it. Really within the game.
Second half, Saturday night, people have had their beverages. Beautiful night in the Hudson Valley.
The sun is setting, but the lights are coming out.
What is not to like about this scenario? Team with Stockade with a 2-0 lead now. A game that it must win doesn't really apply, but it is, of course, every game from now on is a must win for this squad.
You'd love to know what changed in the game plan for Stockade. There's one thing that's clear, though. Their pace has been aggressive. They have been playing the offensive side very aggressive, especially early on.
57th minute, no subs yet. Yeah.
Valeo's going to take it up here. Kelly. Back to Andrews, Jamie Andrews.
The mysterious Jamie.
Benjamin Kelly going to take it up here. 3 defenders on him. Nice touch on the right side. Going to look to shoot off the left crossbar.
Don't get any ideas, Harvard guy.
Off the left post, Kelly, again, very active so far for Valeo this season. Playing that left winger.
I heard he's going to give a TED talk after the game about ideas about scoring.
You certainly wouldn't be surprised. His parents are both philosophy professors.
And the cello angle. And how many girls he picks up with that line? Yeah, I play cello.
Corner in here. No trouble.
Goal kick for Lorenzo, wearing 00.
Lorenzo's been active as Valeo's got it in the box a few times, but again, not a lot of shots on goal. They've had a lot of tries in the box, so gonna look to see what they change here in this second half. We still are looking for their coach.
It's the guy in the sleeveless.
He's either the guy in the sleeveless or the one with the white tee.
They used to have like cool windbreakers, I remember.
Be sure to check out the Stockade merch in Tenney Stadium. A kick in for Kelly, but
and
pretty soft touch.
Online, the StockadeFC.com is very good. Yeah, the Valeo, I remember the last season at Dietz, I kind of made fun of them, and I found a copy of the fence post torn up in front of the locker room. They had a ritual tearing up with the fanzine. I love that.
Wow.
That's called reader feedback.
Well,
and
as
if they're tearing it up, you're doing your job.
We love our positive and negative feedback because it's all interactions. Here's Morell going to take it up again. A trip up here, but a late whistle.
An entanglement.
A lot of late whistles on these touches. Morell is not happy.
This
probably arguing he got tripped up.
He's slightly, he's on like a 3-second delay, maybe for language purposes, but the ref is a little slow.
Been a lot of disputes here for Stockade, but
I got to say, having watched this team from season 1, the refereeing has come a long way in the NPSL because there were days where it was, in the early seasons, it was like a live riot. They needed their own police force.
A touch for Hernandez, and they are not happy. Valeo is not happy about that one, but refereeing is tough.
Here we go.
Here we go, a play here for Morell again. Who but Morell? A touch for Julo. Just outside the box, kicks it in, but doesn't get it off the ground. He is frustrated about that one. Totally had a shot opportunity, but just a missed touch kept on the ground.
A good idea.
Attendance 553.
We're going to get a substitution here for Valeo. Number 7 coming in for Valeo.
Just announced the attendance here at Tenney Stadium. 553 souls aboard this ship. The Hudson being just mere yards away.
Now I have some information for you. Number 7 is our mystery man, Eric Estrada.
Yeah, Eric Estrada is here? Oh my God. Yes.
He's made an appearance.
Chips.
If I'm reading their bench correctly, it looks like Eric Estrada is now in the game. He did score earlier in the season against the Stockade, so maybe they're looking for another opportunity here.
Some more Estrada magic. That's the only reason I knew he scored, because the Stockade's the only team that lists who scores. The Valeo website is worthless. They don't list any of the roster or the people who score.
Here we go.
An injustice.
Speaking of Valeo, and there's Eric Estrada looking for an offside call, but
first touch.
A nice light touch here on the inside and good defense.
How many Punch and John jokes can I do in the second half here? 62nd minute, 2-0 Kingston over Valeo. Eric Estrada in the game for them. He is not a member of the California Highway Patrol Motorcycle Brigade, where Eric Estrada once uttered the infamous words, "Punk rock is just an excuse for troublemakers to mess up the system." There you have it.
There you have it.
Yes.
The system.
And Eric Estrada, I learned, the Hunter College product, is an economics major who wants to work for the FBI of all organizations.
Well, good for him. We wish him well and hope we don't run into him in his professional career.
And he has 2 favorite movies, Limitless, which I don't know, Remember the Titans. That's a bit of a cliche maybe, but welcome Eric Estrada to NPSL Poughkeepsie action. You're down 2-0 to Kingston.
Remember the Titans? Popular pick, I'd say, among sports films. Not my favorite.
Nah, me neither.
I tend to be a more Moneyball, The Natural. Those are 2 of my favorites.
Ironweed is my favorite.
Great movie.
He played baseball. Doesn't really qualify as a sports movie. But
Field of Dreams, maybe
Albany is depicted in Ironweed as Albany.
Nice touch here, Kowalski. Got the Sandlot in the back. Let us know what your favorite sports movie is.
Yes, this is interactive FM radio.
In the comments.
Today's National Toast Day.
We don't have a call line, but you certainly can voice your opinions whatever you'd like.
We used to have the feedback on YouTube Live. There was a guy from Australia that hated Steve and I. And we figured out it's like 5 in the morning there when he's up watching Stockade soccer.
We have dedicated fans.
And correcting us on, stop talking about their hair. I miss that guy.
We miss him too. We love our international fan base.
Australia.
Makes it more exciting, even at 5 in the morning.
Valeo trying to build something here.
Trying to build something, but that long ball, there wasn't really anyone there. Again, it looks like they are trying to feed it to Benjamin Kelly. They take a little slower approach up the pitch compared to Stockade, who's been mostly playing counterattack. Pretty standard 4-3-3 formation for Valeo.
64th minute, 2-0 Kingston over Valeo FC.
Here's a cross, but that is clearly offside. So, again, feeding to Kelly has been the game plan, but just got a little, actually a lot ahead, I'd say.
To my left, Marist expert Dan Arbach. I'm Spike Brusho, and I'm glad to bring you this game live. NPSL action on YouTube. Something.
Beautiful night.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people heading to Rhinecliff to take pictures of the sunset and have some Chardonnay. The whole thing. That's. Did you have one of the cool dorms right on the river here, Dan?
I unfortunately had a dorm there, but did not have a window view. Some people, I wonder how they got it. I hope they didn't have to pay a little extra.
I drove by those dorms. I'm like, damn, this is like Malibu for crying out loud. What was this, Pepperdine?
So here's some Marist lore for you. The dorm I was in was Leo Hall. Here's going to be a little action here for 25 of Valeo, but kicked away. Anyway, Leo Hall is where I was.
Are you a Leo?
I am not. I am
okay. Me too.
Oh.
Yeah, high five.
Meant to be.
2 Rams in the booth.
But we are not from Fordham, and here's from Kelly. Back to Andrews. Kozak takes a shot, but a little over.
That looked like he had a little more time to maybe settle that and arrange it for the right corner instead of the left corner, but he fired away.
Going to be another substitution here. Carey for Valeo. Perhaps to get some more offensive momentum that they have been lacking, certainly. And here's going to be a little touch off Shirelli. Julo. Can't get it. Hernandez been very active in that end of the first half. And Salguero on the left side. Back to Julo, but hit away. Julo gets it back.
Dominated that play there. Climbed the guy's back, no whistle.
Kowalski long ball to Denny. Shirelli, my mistake. Shirelli, right touch. There's Morell, but clearly offside just a little bit.
Dang.
He doesn't like it. Looked like he could have had the right side of his body just a bit offsides. Call could have gone either way. We didn't have the best angle from the booth.
Yeah, it's a tough angle from here. Getting a note from Steve Patch. Thank you to Lisa Hantes from Keegan Ales, a Stockade sponsor, for bringing up some Biner Climber Session IPA. Thank you to Lisa. Beverages are always appreciated, especially on a college campus.
I can't confirm or deny that.
Yes,
However,
I was going to say, Dan,
now.
what is your choice venue for imbibing in this area?
I love enjoying a nice night at Tenney Stadium.
Yeah, there you go. Or the library. You're supposed to say the library.
Or in the library.
Yeah,
but,
I see you.
This might be my study hall. Keegan Ales, Buzzing Brewery offering tours and home brewing kits with the restaurant serving craft beer and casual eats.
Oh, Tommy Keegan, unfortunately, left us a couple of years ago. Original supporter of this organization. That was the HQ. After every home game, the players and their families went to Keegan Ales. It was beautiful. It was the clubhouse.
Well, Kingston history for you there. Keegan Ales, our
Yeah, they've
Sponsor?
been since day one. And there's some connection with Tommy's brother who played. Someone did a 6 Degrees of Separation soccer piece. Patch might have sent it to me, but his brother played with some guy who played for not Wrexham, but you know, a team like that. And yeah, it was interesting.
Valeo definitely has a new look. They have had a few subs. Here's Estrada. He might be a tad off size. No whistle from the ref. A shot here on the ground from Andrews. In the game now for Valeo, number 25, DeVos. He's playing that left back side. I also see, obviously, Eric Estrada, who's
parked his motorcycle on the touchline.
Might be our favorite player on this team. And a nice save from Nunez, deflected, but taken away by Estrada right, but just way high. He had an angle on the top right corner, but just could not get the touch he wanted. Extended his leg a little too much.
Skied that one into the pines here on the campus towards the great baseball field. And athletics a big deal here at Marist. Obviously, Dan is a sports information guy. It's good to have as a local resource. I'm glad they let the Stockade use this facility, because otherwise, I don't know what the options were. But
home away from home here in
Vassar's
Poughkeepsie.
is too far. It's a nice field, but it's tiny.
Vassar, a bit of a hike.
Yeah.
Now, a little far for me. I haven't gotten to Vassar in a little bit. I have played their golf course.
Oh, nice.
Good discount rate for us at Marist. So. Julo going to take it up here.
I didn't know they had a golf course.
Just on the side of their campus.
Okay. Yeah, they got a nice baseball field. The soccer pitch, I think, is very quaint. It reminds me of like non-league English, you know, in very good condition.
Is it turf or grass?
No, it's grass.
No?
With great hedges and stuff. It's very quaint. They
have
had
to get
a decent, you know, the Liberty League. They did well in the last
They
5
Division
years.
2?
No,
Division
D3,
2,
yeah. They play Bard and that whole crowd.
Bard.
Yeah.
A lot of
Sage
Division
colleges.
A lot of Division 3 in the Hudson Valley.
Yeah. Oh, Stockade subs coming in.
Two substitutions here.
Here we go.
Petro
Cleach. Yeah. A veteran.
And Joe Holder, Greenwood Lake, New York. Sunio on the outside line.
Greenwood Lake in the news lately.
Yes.
Derek Jeter sold his castle in Greenwood Lake finally for $6.5 million.
Yeah, he has more money to know what to deal with. So.
And he got out of the Marlins deal. This is his neighbor. Holder is on. Number 30.
Coming off the pitch, Morell, who really...
What a night for this kid. You know.
You'd love to see an appropriate curtain call.
You'd think so.
Clearly deserved.
Yeah, Holder went to Oneonta. It's his 3rd season with Stockade. He's been a stalwart in the kind of an attacking midfielder type, listed as a forward.
We just got a booking. That would be our man.
Holder?
Eric Estrada.
How ironic that the California Highway Patrolman gets a booking.
Little disputes between Kowalski and Valeo as well. Looks like a little bit of chirping. Here's DeVos going to play that left back.
DeVos, any relation to the Florida millionaires? No, I shouldn't bring that up. We're not allowed to bring up Betsy DeVos, who owns the Orlando Icemen.
Oh.
Yeah. And also some cosmetics company. Probably not. You never know, though.
Never know. Here's Seidel, threw it up on that right side.
Boston College guy.
Good touch here, but just a little too far, and Kowalski's going to fight this one off. He's got Cleach on the right side. Morell struggling. A push on Estrada, but clean. Used his legs and his body. Guy Boltman, UVM, kicking it on the left side. Here's DeVos again, playing a little farther up than his usual position. There's Andrews, hits it up.
Luke Hanchar with some good D there.
Julo, a nice, beautiful touch, and Holder's going to take it up the right side. This was some crafty play. Nice deke with the left foot. A cross in, but DeVos was in perfect placement. Unfortunate for such a great play by Joel Holder. And a hit away. Julo with some open space on the left, but no one on his left. He should have gone up. A lob here. Morell with the lob. DeVos, who's been very active, kicks it behind him. Here's Hernandez. Fought away by Andrews.
A lot of orange back right now.
Packing the castle.
Yeah, they got 4 or 5 guys back there.
Not Jeter's castle, but it might be if Holder's in the game. 1-on-1 here. Holder again, very active to start. Cleach on the right side, Julo on the left. Here we go, Julo pushing up, a lob in.
Oh! He's
and
chipped
that
off the NFL crossbar, or NCAA.
reminiscent of a lot of final field goal attempts. Hits the bottom of the crossbar.
74th minute, 2-0 Kingston Stockade over Valeo FC.
We thank you for joining us. This has been a very fun broadcast, and hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday evening.
We welcome all the parents of the players. You've done well to raise athletes of this quality. And any other strays that are checking in on us.
It's an active scene, too. You've got a lot of active fans.
Yeah. So a lot of people can't make the trip to Poughkeepsie, you know, Kingstonians.
But you love the overwhelming support, even in a home away from home.
Yeah, the Dutch Guard, the supporters group across the way, they make noise. There's all kind of creating an atmosphere.
A lot of flags being flown, some pride flags. It is Pride Month. Some action here on the edge of the box. But Holder is there. Holder's been very active as soon as he came in. Salguero loses the challenge, taking it up himself for Valeo.
Dispossessed. Nicely done.
High call. You did a little research on high call, and DeVos on that left side. Gonna make a run to Kowalski, kicks it away. Hernandez, a little trouble here. He's got Estrada on the left side looking for a pass. Giving them time to reset, but just a kick away.
Wow.
You know, you have to wonder, they had the numbers advantage, it looked like, or at least neck and neck. You would have liked to see them play a little slow tempo, but obviously Kingston's not going to complain.
No, some of these Valeo shots are pretty damn wild. I mean, that was a good 8 yards off the goal net. You know, it's like,
2 more substitutions here, it looks like. We're going to see Hernandez take a seat. We're going to see Makaj, who has a goal against Valeo, take a step in. Jared Julo is going to take his curtain call as well for Zach Rabati.
Yeah.
Now, if you remember, in the first Valeo game, Rabati was the one who got fouled.
Yes.
And Makaj was the one who hit the penalty in. Fordham Ram.
And the Hopewell Junction native, Zach Rabati, what college did he go to?
He went to Marist.
Yeah, oh, geez, over here. It was a shocking development. Love it.
Makaj is going to drape the captain's armband.
Yeah, Dolan apparently, I don't know if he's on the bench for our usual captain, but I'm just going to go up and down the list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 Marist guys on this roster.
Some active, some not.
Yeah.
Rabati graduated a few years ago, actually. It appeared to me on the statistics website.
Yeah.
Here's Kowalski.
Taking it in. Nice.
And here's Holder, but an offsides call. Again, we do not have the best angle. It is obviously the offsides referee.
Was very close.
The line referee. But that was close. had a feeling it could have been called that way, and it certainly did. 77th approaching the 78th.
2-0 Kingston over Valeo.
And here's some action for Valeo. Great challenge. Thank you very much. Kingston will take that. Been a lot of action recently for Valeo, but a lot of their shots going above the goal into the field goal post. Nunez is going to kick this one off. Sun is still glaring down, but that's just on the press box. It's pretty shady on the field itself. Maybe a little bit better visibility for these players. Ooh, a little collision here. Rabati, who just came in, fell to the ground, the Tenney turf. Quieter second half so far. Valeo gonna try to reset their action here. Seidel. Bolton. And just another far touch, which is going to give Maris an opportunity to take it up again. Molina.
Maris.
Oh. You know what?
That's my role now, is to correct you on that.
You are allowed to.
You know, I'm overwhelmed by the quality of your broadcast, and I'm in awe. But yeah, it's great. It's so great.
It's funny because you just get in a rhythm.
See, I mentioned Joey Dolan earlier. I hadn't seen him, and here he's coming in now. Our usual captain, hard-working player.
Mount St. Mary graduate.
Yes.
3 years
out of New Paltz, you know. A friend of mine calls Mount St. Mary Mount St. Mattress. I don't know why he calls it that.
Interesting.
That's incorrect. It's Mount St. Mary, not mattress. What does that mean?
Now, is Mount St. Mary different from Mount St. Mary's? Because there is a Mount St. Mary's in the MAC, relatively new.
Yeah.
I don't.
This is the Mount St. Mary that's in Newburgh.
Right. Yeah. That is a little different from the Mount St. Mary's.
Yeah. It's the same with all these Catholic colleges. There's like 20 of them.
We're getting a farewell.
Steve Patch checking out. He checked in. I wanted him to sit in the second half with Dan, but he was enjoying just being a spectator, which I understand as an announcer. You got to show up. You got to do the work. It's such difficult work. But yeah, no, Steve, you know, he's been around.
But I don't blame the guy, because what a great Saturday evening to watch a Stockade game.
It's fantastic. 2-0 lead for Kingston here. Much needed. Uh-oh, that's trouble. This is
trouble here.
He dances around and scores. Yes.
Cleach.
Pedro Cleach with a little razzmatazz.
Our boy in bone white Seidel is furious.
Oh,
at the
my
referee.
goodness. He danced around him. What are they claiming?
They are looking for an offsides call. They did not get it, but
they're checking with the side drive. He seemed, you know, Cleach is.
Now, obviously, we do not have VAR, but they are going to have a discussion here. I would doubt that they overturn a goal here.
Yeah, there's no way.
Cleach got the missed touch, and it was
Stockade.
And they are going to call an offsides.
Oh, wait.
What a shock.
Oh, man.
What a shock from the referees. Another late call up. 20 seconds later after the goal was already scored.
The fourth official is hearing it from Jamal, our head coach, overturning that.
Some explicatives coming from the Stockade sideline.
Oh, my goodness.
Fans furious.
Scotty Zobre's up. He's trying to calm down the Hafes. Jamal's keeping his cool, but we rarely see that in this level.
You have to wonder what the conversation could have been to overturn an offsides that clearly wasn't called when it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I've been doing this a while, never seen that, even back in the old days. The call usually stands. There's no way to review it. That was close enough. And Petro Clich, a veteran, his 4th season with us, he had a great year last year. He always kind of came in as a sub and did very well. He's a super sub, in my opinion, out of Elon. Yeah.
4 years with Stockade, and
the crowd letting the refs hear about it here.
I think we just got a booking.
Oh, yeah? Oh, on the sideline. Jamal is appropriately appalled by that reversal of the Stockade goal on a extremely close, if not, again, you need video, you need a VAR to determine those kind of offside, and obviously that's not going to happen at this level.
Yeah, and sun is going down over the trees at Marist College, but
over the Leo dorm.
Over the Leo dorm,
where you left graffiti in the closet and got in trouble.
Don't slander my name now. I got one more year.
Your 3.8 just went to a 3.6.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I just lost my housing for senior year.
Yeah. Are you living off campus or what?
I'm on campus this year.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Staying in the North End housing.
All right.
Is beautiful on the north side of campus at Marist College.
Okay.
We call them the Marist Hotels.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
There's a shot here, but
way off again.
Bolton, who's been occupying that left back side, takes a shot at it himself. 5 minutes or 5 and change remaining here in regulation. We just had a pretty shocking call, I would say.
Should be 3-0 Kingston. It's now 2-0.
Again,
they
we
called
have
back a goal by Petro Clich, which was kind of sweet.
Now, there's no appeal system in NPSL soccer. That was something reminiscent of what you'd see in a baseball game where. and again, we have no idea what the line saw, but here we go. Clich is going to have an opportunity again.
He
fights the challenge, loses the ball, though. A good strike away. We got a Valeo player down, just got tripped up by Clich and the ball.
Clich hustling, man.
He's trying to make a name for himself. You would have liked to see him be rewarded for a goal.
Yeah. No, he quietly had a great season last year. The year before, he also had several tallies. And again, he's coming in the 70th minute and making noise. He loved seeing him off the bench. I remember it well.
Morell with a touch here to Holder, but he knows he's offsides.
He's out of Chester, New York. Petro.
Interesting.
So, do you have like an account at Rossi and Sons? You run up. That's it.
Rossi and Sons, local rotisseria here in Poughkeepsie.
Amazing place.
Great sandwiches. I'm actually starving, so they are closed.
You know, they used to bring them into the press box last year. Kale would bring in a Rossi sub, and we would just devour it.
They have some affiliations with Marist. We get their sandwiches right in Donnelly Hall in the Donnelly.
They have it. It's great.
Morell is going to come off here after some real brilliant play, especially on that second goal.
Yeah.
Was really handling midfield well. You're going to want to see him get the ball with some space.
It looked like Owen Siegel, number 12, came on for him. Liberty, New York, Oneonta guy.
My dad's alma mater.
Really?
Political science major, my father. Now an air traffic controller.
Nice. No pressure there.
I will tell you what.
He's a very calm individual, I'm guessing.
One of the calmest I've ever met, and nothing like me, in that sense, at least. New York Mets fan.
I always wondered if Gilbert Gottfried was an air traffic controller, what would happen.
Who knows? Clich again is going to have some space, but I think Holder could have been offside, but Clich is going to keep coming up here.
No flag.
Off the back foot.
Move.
Nice cross here, and that's a clear push.
Got to be a penalty.
Use his body, and that is a clear foul. He's going to get the
spot.
bookings out. That's a yellow card. Not going to be a penalty kick, but a free kick just in the center of the box. That looks like a clear push. You could argue for a straight red there.
Are you sure it's not? He seems the yellow line. I know there's a lot of lines on the field.
We're going to see where they mark it. It looked like it was just outside the box, which is what they're going to call it.
I thought he was pointing to the spot.
Now that looks like a clear frustration tackle from the Valeo defender.
it's in that don't. Oh my God, that could be any closer to a PK.
About a foot offline, and we're going to have a free kick here.
I swear, to my naked eye, and I hate to bring that up, but it looked like he was well past the yellow line there. And the lines you see there, there's football lines. The yellow is for the soccer, our football.
Could get confusing, but
2 feet off.
They're going to mark it just about a couple feet off. And
still dangerous, but yet some claim too close for comfort.
Here it is. Oh, great save.
Seidel. Man, he rose to the occasion there.
Really a great kick.
No Boston College point shaving on that play.
Absolutely not. Great kick. Powerful strike. We had Dolan and Makaj in the back, but it was Rabati.
Corner taken.
And a kick here, but header space.
Still loose.
Scooped up.
Seidel collects it. Wearing number 1, as keepers tend to do. Ours is wearing 00, and he's got a clean sheet.
He does have a clean sheet.
God bless him. Couldn't have come at a better time. I'm not saying this one's over, but damn, they needed this one.
Really a needed presence here. Just about a minute left in regulation, 2-0. Oh, and you got some trouble here.
Yes!
Goalie out of position,
but
just
man.
off. Goalie was off position, came up close because there wasn't a line of Valeo defense.
Oh my goodness.
A missed opportunity.
He's going to be seeing that in his sleep tonight, that all that open net cord to shoot at.
It was tough because you had the goalie right in front of you instead.
Yeah.
Just a tough break here for Stockade, who has had opportunities to make this a throwaway game.
3-0 would have put us up.
Siegel.
Holder's going to see that in his sleep tonight. But it's 2-0. Can hold on here. It's kind of a harmless header. Fans starting to relax and bask in what will be the first victory of the season, which I can't believe I'm saying on June 8th, but that's the case here for Kingston, a team that has lit it up in their existence in this league in the first 7 seasons. But you got to start somewhere, right, Dan?
You got to start somewhere, as I made my start for Kingston in the booth, and they won. So, bit of a good luck charm, I might
Yes, we may just turn it over to you from now on, and I don't see why not.
And you know what? I would be honored. But we are just wrapping up regulation. We are in stoppage time for a 2-0 lead for Stockade. Let's see if Valeo tries to start something, but Stockade has been hammering down. They've had a few shot opportunities as of late. Nothing going, though, for either team's offense so far in this half.
They're doing the swarming defense here by the Orange. They're just surrounding the ball. That's all you got to do.
Packing that goal towards the McCann center.
There's 3 orange shirts for every green when they touch the ball.
A chip in here. Oh, a little late try here.
Lorenzo can kill some time here.
That was DeVos who tried to dive in, make that header go, but Nunez is going to take this very timely. Estrada just going to provide a little pressure. Cleach, who's been everywhere in this since being subbed in.
He's been gung-ho since day one.
Kowalski, who's been trying to start something on that right side. It looks like a little dispute here, but a kick in. Stockade coaches were not happy about.
Owen Siegel crossed that in.
Siegel crossed that in. Interesting, Moulton crashed into the bench. It was the Stockade coaches are not happy about that one. You didn't get a great look at what happened, but here's a try here for Valeo, bringing it up. And there's our UVM man, Boltman, who's a right back, playing pretty far up. Foul call here. It's going to be Stockade ball. Stockade is currently in line to get their first win of the season, their first 3 points, and their first 3-point.
Yeah, this will tie them with Valeo for
They'll have
fifth place.
4 points, and they'll be tied for 5th place. It could get them back in the season. A few weeks to go. You'd like to see some strong play. Here's a great touch here by Holder, who's got Cleese on the left, but he's getting dragged around. Siegel was in the box too, but Cleese and the Stockade fans a little frustrated. There was some physicality in the box.
Great late effort here from the Orange. I mean, they could easily bail and park the bus, but they seem hungry. Why not make it 3-0? Got a 2-0 lead.
You'd like to see some more shots on the board, help out that -5 shot differential, which was, or goal differential rather, entering today. So they could have had 3 or 4. There were some referee miscues. There was some Stockade miscues. Just not the recipe you like to see.
Yeah, this is.
And here's Estrada, our man. He gets tripped up right at the edge of the box. It looks like they're going to call a free kick here for Estrada, who got tripped up.
It's got to be the final moments of the game here. I mean, it's this is the Stockade I remember, Dan. This is the team.
They've been aggressive.
That would do that and get a lead, build on it, and protect it. And, you know, I'm so glad to see this happening because last Friday was kind of alarming to be up 1-0 and lose 3-1. And just, you know, and you couldn't figure out, okay, how did that happen? You know, like they had, Shockers are a good team, obviously, but you're just not used to that kind of thing. You know, it's like, and especially here, given the winning record they assembled here last year, like, I don't know, 8 unbeaten in this place. It was great. So maybe we're coming back to that. I mean, let's see what happens here.
High call is going to be set up to take this one. And the kick is good. 3 points here. No, I'm kidding. Valeo over.
Free kick. As Tommy Smith would say, he needs to try harder next time.
Just not in the 23-yard field goal.
He needs to try harder. It's also German announcers say that when guys flub easy shots. They're like, well, next time he needs to try harder. Well, yeah. That was pretty bad. Nunez standing on a clean sheet with the goal kick and puts it in the air. That's got to be the whistle, and there it is.
And there it is, a 2-0 win. Stockade's first win of the season.
Yes.
They get up to 4 points, tying Valeo FC in the Northern Atlantic Conference standings of the NPSL. Richard Morell, the storyline for this game, started.
Absolutely.
2 goals, very athletic play, a clean sheet for Nunez, a shutout win, and a fantastic play from Stockade, who now enters next weekend off a win. Richard Morell getting his well-deserved curtain call.
We're playing the somewhat questionable New Jersey United next weekend. They're not, you know, we lost to them at Jersey in Metuchen, but the opportunity is there to build on this, and it's the Dan Arbach winning streak has begun.
It has begun. 2 key takeaways.
Back in his old seat here at Marist College, and everything went well.
2 key takeaways from this one: Richard Morell's 2 goals and a clean sheet from Lorenzo Nunez. Really just impressive play on offense and defense, leaving Valeo scoreless.
Yeah.
A beautiful Saturday evening here.
I'd say they're exchanging jerseys at 8 and 27 for Stockade and Valeo. Maybe that's a collegiate connection. We'll have to look that up. Dutch Guard lighting up their orange flames here. I Can Kick It, the traditional post-game song coming on for Stockade.
I Can Kick It, a sample from Take a Walk on the Wild Side.
Yeah, there you go. I remember that song. But, yeah, what a delight to call this game, to be joined by the young Dan Arbach, a rising star. And Steve Patch didn't even want to sit in. He was like, you guys are doing too well. I wanted him to sit in for me. So
some natural Aries chemistry here. The orange smoke going into the crowd night.
Yeah.
A 2-0 win for Stockade. What can't you love about a Saturday evening? Alongside Spike Ferruccio, I'm Dan Albach.
Yes. Tremendous job, Dan. A pleasure. Absolutely. I don't know, next week We may split it up.
Oh, of course
I want
not.
to split it up. No,
I am a versatile man. I'll do whatever needed.
Yeah,
whatever needed.
That's what when Dennis mentioned, like, yeah, Dan from Marist might fill in. And I met you last week. I'm like, okay, we're in good hands. You know, I'm showing up 20 minutes before game time, and it went very well.
Well,
so
I
next
appreciate
weekend. We're playing New Jersey United, 6 o'clock, same start, Saturday night in June. If you can, come out to this beautiful stadium, you know, if you're in the, quote, Hudson Valley. If not, tune into this freaking awesome live stream. With
of course.
Dan checking in. You're definitely going to do at least a half, because I'm not doing the full game next week, I've decided. Because I'm putting out the fanzine, and I got to distribute it, and I can't do it while I'm doing this.
Spike Verusha, our multifaceted communications man of
Print
Stockade.
and broadcast, but no, it's great. So, yeah, plan on at least a half next week, Dan. You're fabulous.
2 home games left. We hope you see you there Saturday, June 15th versus New Jersey United.
Yeah, new team.
You can buy tickets on the Stockade website. That's stockadefc.com/tickets. If you'd like to buy some merch, you can go to stockadefc/shop.
And then, Dan, on the 22nd, the big wooden shoe derby against our old rivals, Hartford City.
Hartford City
coming in here, and we battled them in Hartford. I was at that game with the Dutch Guard at 3-2. Man, that could have been a draw, but the winner of that game, you know, gets the wooden shoe, which is a regional derby trophy that the Dutch Guard created, which was brilliant a couple years ago. So that's a lot of fun.
A lot of Kingston lore I am learning about now.
The Dutch thing, yeah, and also Hartford. But next week, New Jersey, obvious targets on many fronts. We'll have some fun with that. And if you tune in next Saturday, same time on YouTube, you'll hear us and Steve Patch. And Dan is just awesome. So
thanks for checking in with us tonight. I am alongside the talented Spike Verusha, and we are going to sign. We're going to sign off here, but
we'll give the final 2-0 Stockade over Valeo. That's the final. We don't have the score on the screen anymore.
Player of the game, I will announce myself. It's pretty obvious. It's Richard Morell.
He's your former roommate, probably. I mean, which dorm was he in?
I'll have to ask him if I do some on-field interviews.
Yeah.
Signing off tonight, Spike Verusha.
Yes.
I'm Dan Albeck.
Way to go, Dan.
Have a good night.
We'll see you guys.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you.